Hey, John. I'm paradoxically laughing my ass off. Do you like the title? Publicly, I'm giving you my private opinion from the privacy of my home, which is part of the public domain. And I didn't consent to any of these things. They were done without my consent. So I'll sit in public and give an opinion, and the only responses will be in private, even though this was public forum. Wow. COVID propaganda was designed to strip you of your right to say no silently. You not see the irony here? It caused chaos and they were silent to it. Pure chaos. Pure chaos. You didn't know I was going live. Didn't tell you before I did it. Pure chaos. Yep. No one knew. Hey, Andrew. Right? No one knew I was going live before I went live. You never know. It's part of the art form.
Hi, Erica.
They never know what I'm going to say. They never know when, where.
Where's the key at?
I realized why the economy's crapping out so much, Andrew.
Yep.
Because the salesman's on strike. Salesman's on strike. No one respects the salesman. So motherfuckers on strike. Salesman's on strike. Huh? Does that make sense? The salesman is on strike.
Cold?
No. A little bit, chili. Chili out?
No, it's nice.
Mm. At least I like.
Yeah, it's hiding from the outside world.
Oh, jeez. Stay away from me.
Yeah.
You're evil. Right? Pure evil, Andrew. Jeez.
Can I get a half?
Yes, sir.
Oh, babe, it's on fire.
I know, I started a fire. I did it.
Oh,
It's a controlled burn.
oh.
One way to get rid of the trash, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Matt. There you are. Hi, Taz. Hi.
So I've been in a band for a little while, John. I'm sorry about your mother. It's hard for me to have empathy for people, John. I'm proud to tell you, John, my store sold $6,000 last month.
Ooh.
I'm proud of that. My little store, $6,000 in sales. That's not too shabby.
I just go out for a smoke.
Right? Why would I work for someone else? They tell me to get a job, John. I already got a job. I already got a job. What do I need a job for? I already got one. Wasn't good enough. You know, it's about approval. It's about going along with what's going down. I don't approve of anything. Makes life difficult. Crowdsourcing, crowdfunding, anything I do, John, it ain't going to happen. And as far as TikTok, yeah, I got erased from TikTok 6 times.
I was asking if you would trade. I remember the stories where he said he has a scooter. He said he could trade his scooter for that. And he also said he has a 3D printer. I don't know if you remember the scooter. It's one with a seat.
Oh yeah.
So he's asking for a different trade. He also has a 3D printer. Oh, there.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I traded that for one card. What do you think? You ride that thing? Can you ride it?
If it's not cold, yeah. I don't know if it's cold.
My brother went away to prison. My father ill. Nothing more frustrating than being able to do nothing at all. I mean, my store generates enough to sustain whatever this is. It's not living. I don't think most people are living. The last 6 months have been mind opening and altering for myself. Ultimately, people want me to feel sorry for them because they feel bad about what I'm going through. That's the type of illness that I'm dealing with.
Those plates are awesome.
Right?
Holy shit. That's the first time I ever seen one that tall. Purple bud.
Yeah.
You see that purple bud?
I know you're getting a piece of it.
Good deal. It's sticky, dude. It's sticky. It's
Right? Next year will even be better because the ground had a chance to settle.
yeah.
Right? So when you go in next year and turn the ground, it'll be better than this year. But I want to get for next year. I want to order one more. I'm gonna order another truckload of cow shit. It's $200, but look what happened. That's what you got, right? So if I get another order of cow shit to mix in with the ground, and I get 3 50-gallon barrels, and I cut the bottoms off of them, so it's just 3 collars. Then I fill them full of fertilizer, and then I put the trees, one in each tree, in each barrel.
Yeah.
I'll have 3 next year, right? Twice the size of the ones I get this year.
You haven't heard anything about that guy with 12 plants that he gave him, huh? He disappeared, huh?
Oh yeah, I know. I saw him yesterday. He came by.
Oh, are they growing?
Yeah, they're growing, but not like mine.
Uh-huh.
And I know why too, because I put the money in the dirt, in the soil. Better soil. And I don't really even know that much about growing. It's just I know that it's.
I don't either.
Right.
You did a good job. Holy shit. That's so sticky, oh. We're gonna get fucked up. How long are you gonna take for them to dry? A couple weeks?
Yeah, I pulled a couple of branches. You see that? I'm just letting them dry slow on the outside. Just
It's gonna be warm Thursday and Friday, so they'll dry Thursday and Friday.
yeah, a week. I grew my first plant and it's taller than me. It's literally 7 feet tall. Holy shit. Did you hear what I said, John, about how to make your plants grow bigger, right? By putting them in a 50-gallon drum, right? And you aerate the soil by mixing in peat moss, and that lightens up the soil, and that makes it so the roots go through the soil quicker. So by doing it that way, by putting your plant in that barrel, you're giving it, and you keep in mind, once it grows, you can lift the barrel collar. Yeah, you could lift the barrel collar up, and you can put more dirt underneath, blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, what it does is guarantees in your mind that that root's going to be able to go down 5-6 feet. And if the root can go down 5-6 feet, then the tree's going to go 5-6 feet up. And that's what you want.
Yeah.
And I did that concept out there, and I worked that ground about 4 feet down, and that tree got about 7 feet, so it got down a little bit.
That's good. You finally don't have to buy any marijuana. For a little while. It's about time we grew it.
Right?
Damn cats
Yeah.
always getting you weed. That's why you can't grow inside.
No.
Damn cats. They're good cats, but they like to
Oh, they'll eat it.
Yeah.
My fucking cats will eat it.
Yeah.
See, what's wrong, John, is they couldn't find anything wrong. So they had to make up something wrong. You know, they don't have morals. They don't have morals. And most importantly, they don't feel sorry about getting caught. Well, that's the only thing they're sorry about is getting caught. You know, and people like me and Andrew, we don't even want to pray. Like, leave me right the fuck out of it.
Mess around, you get a buzz.
Picking up slowly. Did dishes yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like I do one room.
Well, it only takes me like 15 minutes to clean my apartment.
How much shit do you got?
Nothing. I have nothing. I don't want nothing. I don't want to have to clean up.
You know, I do preach a message of minimalism, you know.
Yeah.
But you, at the same time, you see all that stuff, right? And I'm like, I don't. It's all for sale, people.
Yeah.
I'm not hoarding the hoard. It's a misconcept. What I realized for myself is that there's confident and non-confident buyers, sellers. Excuse me. You know, 100 people buy the same product, right? And 100 people buy the product, use the product, right? But like half the people, when they buy the product, they open the product, they don't want the product. Ha! As soon as they open it.
Oh.
As soon as they open it. See, that's the salesman in me, tell you that. And then out of all the people that got the product, 25 of them are going to throw it in the trash. 25 people just now will just throw it in the trash. Right? On the curb. Throw it out. Out with the old and with the new. 25 out of 100. 50 out of 100, you know, will resell it. Right? And the other 25, they lose their shit. Lost their pounds of, they lose their shit. They misplace it. They leave it somewhere. They haven't wanted it in the first place.
Right.
If they wanted it, they wouldn't have lost their shit. But watch this. Everyone's a reseller stuff, right? It's confidence. It's confidence that causes the price to be higher or lower. Like this card. How much is this card worth?
100.
Yeah, okay. $100. If it's worth $100 to you, it's worth $100, right? No, it's like $10. But do you get what I'm saying? If it's worth $100 to you, then it's worth $100 to you. That's what it's worth. And I can't argue with you. That's what you think it's worth. Okay, here you go. It's yours. What did I just do?
Paid $90.
Hey, $90 fucking dollars. Just like that. $90. Thank you. Is it my fault that they can't do math?
No, I can't do that.
I stood in the middle of the room and bought something for $120. And I gave them 90 and I said, here's 90 and I owe you 20 later, right?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, okay. What happened there? They got shortchanged 10. Terrible. But they agreed to it. And no one said anything. They don't have any ethics, John. College and university is to teach the art of lying well to yourself and your neighbors. That's why I get confused when you say you want to go to school to run a business. I'm already running a business without any school. What the fuck? Right? And they're waiting for tomorrow to do something, and all I got is right now. I don't have a luxury of waiting. Oh, fuck. That's a privilege of the wealthy.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you tomorrow.
You sleep on it.
Let me sleep on it. King. Doesn't work anymore. I realized how to talk around that shit. You can't make decisions while I'm in the room about my children's future. Only in private, never in public. Because they're such good people. Does that even make sense to you, Andrew?
You're good people.
They're good people. Hey, it's the good people. How you doing, good people? It's the quiet people. It's the silent majority. Hey, you know what else I realized too? 87% of people are not happy. And the other 13% are happy fucking everybody over for $1. What's your excuse for having no response? I paid $1 to speak these things. How's that for a good point? Huh? I paid $1 to say it. What's up? And they're always talking about big money, big money, big money. Big money! Right? Big money. $1 million. What did I do? $1. Shuts down for $1. $1. They can't afford it. It's pricey. It's too expensive. If you can't afford $1, doesn't that make you a cheap hooker? Just ask it a question. Don't get offended. And if you get paid by the hour, it doesn't really matter what profession. Does it make you a prostitute? Getting paid by the hour, does that make you a prostitute? If people are looking for an hourly job where they're paid an hourly wage, doesn't really matter the profession. What I was simply suggesting is if you get paid by the hour for a living, you know, I'm not an hourly wage earner. I'm a piece worker, which means I get paid when I sell something. I don't get paid in between sales. I don't get nothing. So I'm not an hourly worker. I don't get paid by the hour. You know, I think if you're paid by the hour, it makes you a cheap prostitute. And by saying it that way, we've really turned this whole thing into like what Will Ferrell said, boats and hoes, pimps and hoes, prostitutes, cult of prostitution. What's really going on here? It's the oldest union in the world. It's the original union.
with Dr. Brewer, man.
The cult of ISIS, Andrew.
Huh?
The cult of ISIS.
Yeah.
It's all about prostitution.
See, man.
Have a great day. Right? Doesn't it make you think, though?
Yeah.
Right? Are we all just a bunch of fucking hourly wage earners, fucking prostituting ourselves by the hour? It really doesn't matter the trade, the craft, or the profession.
All the idea about sex.
If you're simply getting paid by the hour, are you a hooker? Failure to respond is a response. That's another cool thing I figured out for myself. I didn't need a professor to tell me. I think if you're silent, it makes you a turned out, rented out trick. Have a good day, Andrew. Remember, John, I'm a high school dropout, a self-educated person. This stream is a result of 30 years of experience and not 30 years of indoctrination. American-made education right here. American mind and American mouth. My mind, my mouth. They have a real hard time with cults of personality in America. Don't want to get it started following me. Oh, God, no. They don't want anyone sounding like me. Holy shit. Can you imagine? They can't handle one of me. What would they do with 2, 3, or 4 of me? So you got to look at that as well. Got me shaking my head like, wow. And one day I inspired myself to establish a chokehold on the language of English. Do you see anyone saying no to me? It's a very critical point, sir. That's psychologically speaking as well. Establishing something for you. Look the fuck around. Hi! You know what you're witnessing? A hostile takeover. A corporate hijacking. My institution versus yours in a game of battleship. Otherwise known as peacocking. And it's my Babylonian babble versus your Jewish gibberish, which is going to come out on top. The man with the loudest megaphone wins, the loudest mouth attached to the largest brain. Pinky and the brain, see? Why do you think Trump's such a popular person? Is it because of his loud mouth? Use the force, Matthew. Use the force within you. Oh shit! Better call Scooby Doo. Hey, you know what's cool? Here's an unpopular fact for you. I exist whether you like it or not. Right? Like, for example, John, my entire month is paid for. My rent's paid for. Cannabis paid for. I have enough entertainment for 3 lifetimes on hand. I just gotta sit here and wait for knocks on the door with money to put in my hand. I don't even have to work that hard anymore. I have a 400 pull, 400 circle, 400 radial miles from this point. Bling! Hoi! And part of it is about presentation. What am I offering? What am I doing? I'm offering a resource center for collectors and vintage gamers. People who like to play games. It's such a simple business model, really. John, even your dumbass can do it. You could do it today. Couple $100 and away you go. No offense. Sorry, I started with a grand. I didn't wait around for my daddy's trust fund. I'm a dick. But guess what? I was trained to be a dick. Ridiculous. No, mine isn't either. But if I didn't do the things I do, I would be outside and no one would give a fuck. They just stare at you and think they're good people as they drive by. Oh, I didn't say it would be easy. But I started it as a hobby and I started it as a bet. And the people that were mocking it in the beginning, they ain't mocking it anymore. They're shocked by it. They don't understand what I know. It's all a game. My problem is I'm still too feral, wild, barely housebroken. Some people like to say I was raised in a barn. Backwoods, uncultured, uncivilized. So very improper. Nothing proper about me. Especially my bringing on my education. Nothing proper to it. Which is why I probably realized the improper fraction of 4/3. Out of 99 people, 33 will sit in silence and affirmations nodding their head. Yep, 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 yep. He's right. Yep, yep. Basically right. Yep, yep. That's 33%. 33% will not react. They don't want to give themselves away. You gotta think about it till tomorrow. That's 33%. 33% are indifferent. So there you go, 33 and 3/3. Explains everything. Zeroes out the playing field. And then I realized that there's only two kinds of speakers: those that are paid to speak and those that get paid to speak. Those that pay to speak and those that get paid to speak. You know, I push everything into divisiveness. Mask, don't mask. Vax, don't vax. Very divisive. Speak, don't speak. Very divisive. React, don't react. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Sit silent? Consent to it? Or confess and react to it, because your reactions are confessions. So what you gonna do? Wanna play fuck games? Who likes playing fuck games, John? Don't read the dictionary. Don't do it. Don't look up the letters in the alphabet. Don't do it. Don't learn that letters have definitions and meaning. Don't comprehend it. Don't understand the words coming out of my head, mouth. Fuck you. Don't do it. Don't realize for yourself that words are spells. And don't recognize that hocus pocus has real meaning, motherfucker. And don't recognize that I put a spell on you. And let's argue about English being witchcraft forever. Sarcasm, huh? It's a motherfucker, right? Now what you gonna do? Abra, cadabra. I'm gonna emit an RHF frequency and radiate you. Da 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 da. My presence versus your presence. I wonder what's going to happen. Whose presence will be moved? To the left or to the right? You know, these millennials are confused when you start saying things like, if you're diametrically opposed to me, you're bipolarly fucked. And if you don't comprehend what I just said, that's your problem, not my problem. And if you got a problem with me, that's your problem, not my problem. Let's just reiterate on these things. How you doing? See, John? Now look around. Since Shit's fucking strange, isn't it? Because all people want to do is goddamn argue, bicker, fight, run their fucking mouths. Then one day I said, God, please give me the ability to shut these fucking dumb niggers down, up and down, destroy, stamp these motherfuckers, polarize them, shock their pores, shut their mouths, zip it. JD Crampit doesn't want to hear your shit, put a clamp on it. I got a silver thread for you and a lining to follow through with. Let me stitch your mouth shut with it. What a vivid imagination, huh? You see it? I sure can. I realized how to put a hosh kabosh on their fucking bullshit. How are they gonna fucking do anything if they can't even talk? If they're babbled in a state of fucking confusion because of a Babylonian. Did you get it yet? The Babylonian confused you. Do you remember what David Icke said? Matthew Ball, all you do is confuse people. And I said, David Icke, they're confused already. Remember that shit? Somebody didn't do anything. What the fuck are you talking about? That was my argument. And after he said that, he didn't say anything at all. Yeah, he's also Virgin Mobile CEO. Richard, I gotta think of his last name. He's the owner of Virgin Mobile. We'll start there. He's the figurehead for Virgin Mobile. Look at David Icke and compare him to the figurehead of Virgin Mobile CEO there. Yeah, that's the same guy. Same guy as Gary Newman as well. Now I gotta go look his name up. Otherwise, what the fuck? All these people running around with fucking multiple identities. It's goddamn crazy. Ooh, let's have 100 passports. Why don't we? Lutz Shooter. Richard Branson. Right? Look at a picture of David Icke next to Richard Branson. Holy fucking shit. There you go. And then Gary Newman. Right? 3-for-1 special for you, John. Gary Newman, G-N-U-M-A-N. Newman. Gary Newman. Gary Newman is David Icke is Richard Branson. There you go. 3-for-1 special. Crazy as fuck. That'll never get printed in the New York Times. How about Donald Trump looking like Elvis Presley? Did you ever figure that part out in John Candy too? Right? Fucking wild shit. Did you ever see that? John Candy, Elvis Presley, Trump. You could even throw in Elton John. Holy fuck. What the hell is going on here? And does anybody think they're building back better with Biden? Come on, man. And you guys, I have you know, 200 years ago, we had free energy already. It's not something, not something of fantasy. It's not mythology. It's the reality. 200 years ago, we had a free energy society. Can you believe it? Most can't. They don't want to. Hey, and if we strip the word dinosaur from your language and institute into you the comprehension that before 1891, that word didn't exist, it's a relatively new terminology, and that before then, everybody was using the word dinosaur to describe dragon. And all of a sudden, everybody thinks dragons are fucking fantasies. But in reality, they used dinosaur to hide dragons in plain sight. Ding! Not a point for me. Ding ding. Ding-a-ling ding 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 ding. Ding-a-ling ding ding-a-ling ding ding ding-a-ling ding 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 ding-a-ling ding 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 ding. Right? You hear them all going off? Bells would be ringing. Ding-a-ling ding 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 ding. Ding-a-ling ding 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 ding. Ding-a-ling ding 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 ding. How come they removed the history of the bells from the history books? That should ring your bell. Is liberty a cracked notion? Is that why the Liberty Bell is a cracked idea? For crackpots? While I sit here smoking pot. Funny fucking shit, huh? Ring a bell, ting a bell. Right, John? Why did they remove the history of bells from the history books? Would this explain why the Liberty Bell is cracked and it's a cracked idea for crackpots? And then I started having the idea of putting a person under a bell and just hitting it while they were under it. Bang! What would that do to them? If you could cause a person to oscillate a frequency from the outside in and it reverbs inside out, revoking a response. Silence is a response was a hard thing to realize. People are deliberately refusing to respond. Oh! Because they have something to lose. A job, status, station, function, position. Children. The more you realize, the more you get angry. It's rather amazing in regards to my son, the silent treatment. The communist tactics used to defame and slander me and use their accusations as just cause to act in violation of constitutionally protected rights. And the majority of people don't even comprehend anything about the law. The politicians and the public officials swear to uphold the color of the law, and they deliberately break the law. To use the law as a weapon of oppression to cause division within society, through policy. They don't actually do anything they swear to do. Mostly people are good, and it's few that are rotten to the core that are in violation of their oaths of office. The majority don't have the ability or the willingness to say, as I already have said, they have something to lose. I don't have anything to lose. You already took everything from me. So I think that whole thing's funny. And tricked everybody into these digital platforms, and there's no more physical society. Everything's online. Isolation was the design of COVID, is the intent behind it. Made people dependent on digital services, and local shops died because of it. 300 stores will be closing this year alone. That's going to cause poverty, not prosperity. No one's paying my family. They stole my children. They just stare at me like I'm stupid. And it's only because of my lack of station or title that they don't have a response or refuse to respond. Because I represent the general public. Isn't that fucking funny? They don't have a response for the general public. They refuse to respond to the general public. I have crowd control. These streets are mine. They don't respond to anything I said, so they don't respond at all, which diffuses everything. See how funny that is? Hitler didn't go to the parents. Hitler went to the children. Parents are programmed already. The television was given, the inventor of the television was given an award for creating the television as a weapon of mass destruction, a psychotronic device for programming the mind. You know, and who's in control of television? Who's in control of television? BBC, Britain, Byzantine Empire, the Vatican? Who's in control of media? You start asking those questions, they don't like you. I'm sitting here recognizing that America is a floundering ship and it's on autopilot controlled by artificial intelligence. No one's steering this ship at all. AI is steering the ship. That worries me. Doesn't seem to worry too many other people, though. So I'm going to do a break here, be back. But we'll do an open floor on some math. Let's try to get the word out, right? Not this trip. Doesn't matter, right? But the next stream, like I already know the first hour they won't have anything to argue with. That's quite a feat, you know? What I have in mind. They won't have an argument against it. There won't be no argument. Let's shoot for, I don't know. Say 8 o'clock. 5 hours. About 5 hours I'll be back live. Do a math lesson. Share it everywhere. What the fuck? All right. Later.